Hello there, welcome Genesis Models. My name is Boy Waldron and welcome to this inbox review. We're going to be going into World War One here with a Fokker DR1, and this is in 1/48 scale and it is by Eduard. It's also a Provi Pack edition, so we get some nice goodies inside. Nice box art, as you can see. Loads of markings as always, which is always a good one from Eduard with their Provi Pack edition. So just open this up. Let's get out our first sprue. We'll get the bit of fuselage just there. So first off, if we bring you in nice and close, does seem a little bit on the plain side, right? But you know, you can just see that little bit of rib work going on there. The wings, yes, we do have that lovely sort of rib work going on, as you can see all the way along. If we flip this over, you can still see it on the underside as well. We've got another wing just here as well, also showing the same level of detail, and a few other little areas as well on the kit. Nice and quick. Now this kit was new tooled in 2009. This box here was reboxed in 2023, right? You know, so it is a little bit on the old side. Again, we've got our another set of wings just here. Nice to see that we're not getting any nasty ejector pin marks on any of that. Just inside our sort of cockpit area, we could see a bit of rib work going on there. One or two ejector pin marks maybe, which might be slightly visible, but you know, they are in sort of like non-detailed areas to be able to probably get rid of them if you so wish. What was it? Got a bit of tail section just here, you know, same kind of surface detail like the rest of the kit. Looks like engine cowl just here at the front. I can see some recessed rivets going on with that also, which is good to see. And then we can move along with what looks to be all sort of like the cockpit and engine section area. So we do have some MGs, as you can see just there, some pretty good detail on those MGs. Seat, not much going on with the seat, and it looks like we've got all this kind of framework for inside the cockpit area and stuff, building all that up. We have engine area just here, which does feel very fine and very crisp detail on there for its size, which is looking pretty good. Flip this over, we've got some more engine detail here, some sort of hoses or whatever, something to do with the engine section, don't ask me, but you know, looks pretty good. We've got propellers as well, a little bit of detail just on the nose there of that, right? So let's move along with, you know, let's get the rest of what's in here. Now we do get, right, which is rather cool, we get canopy masks, or well, sorry, canopy masks, or no, it's not going to be canopy mask, it's some sort of mask. We'll have to look at the instructions. I've got a feeling it's like maybe camo sort of patterns with the wings or something going on there. We do have what looks like to be what you'd normally use for a heads-up display, but we'll see what it is says in the instructions. Then we have what I think this kit maybe sort of needs is a nice bit of photo etch. I mean, it is a little bit on the old side, so to add, you know, the seat belts and, you know, looks like a couple of little dials here and a bit of engine section by the looks of it as well, and some sort of plating just to kind of modernize it that nice little bit. Now for a kit, this kit as well was RRPs at £20 and 40p, so not a bad price actually when you kind of think about it. We then have a nice big Decal sheet just here, if you sort of have a little look there. All sorts of markings going on there, as well as stripes and stuff for probably tail sections. Oh, we've got like wood effect as well for probably inside the cockpit, which is nice to see. So they should be rather good. So let's have a look at the instructions and let's see how this is all going to go together. Now you've got good old typical Eduard instructions, great quality paper, nice bit of a write-up about the aircraft itself. Goes straight in with the cockpit section. We've got colour call-outs by the looks of it. It will kind of say, you know, pick your markings from the beginning, because it's going to be one of these where it does tells you different things for different sets of markings. It does even, yes, it even tells you where the decals go for the wood effect, which is rather cool. I'd probably go with the decals actually. Shows you where the photo etch goes. Does seem to get you there quite nicely. And actually looking at it with the photo etch and everything, that cockpit might not be too bad. Actually looking at all this, and as well as with the decal wood effect as well, should look quite snazzy. Then we bring the two fuselage halves together, so it kind of seems like a nice quick easy build in that sense. The wing sections seems to be coming together quite simple and quite easy. Not seeing any really major potential fit issues at the moment, but I haven't actually built this one. Oh, we've got the big photo etch piece there, which is gonna sort out that bit of fuselage section there, so that's kind of cool. You won't have to sand that to a nice smooth finish, which is rather cool. And then actually there's a bar that goes down the center there, so you won't have to sort that join line either, so that's quite cool. The wings, it's gonna have to do a bit of test fitting, because when you've got like 3 sets of wings and the kind of spray work to do, I mean, trying to keep them off as much as you can, just to make things a little bit easier. Then we have, yes, the engine section. That looks quite nice and easy. The guns, they do kind of build up with nice bits of photo etch, which really is going to sort of enhance them quite nicely as well. So that should be quite cool, having photo etch MGs. Moving along, we've got ailerons just there coming into play, more photo etch jazzing it up. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any major issues. Then we have the what would normally be canopy mast, but in this case you don't have a canopy, so it is kind of lots and lots of stripes to kind of be able to go off and do all sorts of funky spray work with different kind of camo patterns, as well as helping you out with the engine cowl, the wheel masks. Really nice, sort of nice added addition there. Then we have you know, the famous sort of red one just here, which most of us probably will end up doing, but nice camo patterns. If we just sort of flick through these, there's quite a nice array to do. You can kind of get nice and simple just being all red, makes the spraying a bit more easier, but you can get more adventurous with this, with all sorts of kind of patterns and everything going on here. So really kind of cool for sort of like beginners and advanced sprayers in that sense. And as you see, there's lots and lots of marking. So all in all, yes, it is a little bit of an old kit, admittedly. Maybe a lot of the detail kind of maybe isn't there, but then you get the photo etch which kind of bumps it up, and you've got loads of lovely markings, and it is only £20 and £40. So yeah, you know, it is a big thumbs up, just because, you know, as you say, the photo etch and the price kind of makes up for maybe the kit being a little bit on the old side. But other than that, yeah, definitely a big thumbs up here at Genesis Models. So as always, until next time, my name is Bobby Wardrow, and this is Genesis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.